time I see you, you make my heart say.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about college, specifically funding college as a single parent. When I first graduated from high school, I didn't go right to college. I did go to beauty school, but I didn't go right to college. Shortly after beauty school, I made the decision to go into the military, which I did. I spent several years traveling and being in the military. At the time that I was in the military, I did have my first daughter, and then as I was exiting the military, had my second daughter. Shortly thereafter, I made the decision to go to college, and as I said, I was the single mom of 2 children at that time. So for me, you know, college was a little more complex than just signing up for some classes and showing up. It's tough as a single mom to do anything, especially when you have limited funds and you are trying to better yourself. I can even think back to situations to where it was October. It was actually Halloween, and my children, I think the daycare must have closed early. I don't know what the situation was at this point, but I had to take my kids to class with me. I didn't have a babysitter, didn't want to miss class, and I asked my teacher, and he was okay. The kids sat for the most part. I mean, you know, obviously with babies in the classroom, you know, people were going to be distracted because, ooh, it's a baby. Can I hold her? Oh my gosh, she's so cute, blah, blah, blah. Not to mention they had their Halloween costumes on. I was a mom. My kids needed to go trick-or-treating. What you think? Anyway. But it just made me think of one of the issues that I had, which was funding college as a single mom. So I'm going to give you some tips here. One of the things that I did have to deal with as far as funding college was the fact that I was considered out of state because I had not been in the state of Georgia, which is where I was going to school at. I had not been in the state of Georgia for 6 months, so that's what's required for in-state tuition. So not only did I have the regular cost of college, which is probably $2,000 to $3,000 a semester, I also had matriculation, which was, I believe, $1,000 to $2,000 extra at this point. I don't remember the exact amount, but it was a decent amount of money. So, you know, you already have to think about your Pell Grant barely covers the cost of your classes, leave you a little bit of money. You got to pay for daycare, and then, like I said, I had the cost of matriculation. So one of the things that I did was wrote a letter to the provost of the school asking for a matriculation waiver. The matriculation waiver meant that I would not have to pay the out-of-state matriculation cost, and I only had to pay for school as if I was an in-state student. That saved me a lot of money. And I was approved as a single mom. So that's one of the things that I did to help combat the cost of college. Another thing that I did was they had a program called vocational rehabilitation. Now, there's 2 types of voc rehab. There's the one that the military has, and then there's the civilian one. I'm referring to the civilian one. I did apply for voc rehab. I was approved. They did help put so much money toward my cost of tuition. Primarily the money that they paid my daycare. What they did is I had a letter from the daycare stating how much the full cost of basically my kids' tuition to be in the daycare would be for the time that I was going to be in school that semester. I brought it not only to the school because it adjusted my cost of attendance, but I also took it to Voc Rehab, which they then matched that amount of money and made that as a scholarship to the school on my behalf, and it paid my child care. Another thing that I did every month, I had to go in and fill out a form in the vocational rehab office there on the campus, and once I filled out the form, I was given a debit card for $50, which paid and helped me with gas costs going back and forth to school. Now, this was several years ago, I just want to say, but I still would look into all of these. Obviously, that helped me with school. And then toward the end of, like, if I needed anything special, they did help with that. And then toward the end of school, they gave me $200 to take to, I believe it was JCPenney's at the time, to buy clothes, because I needed that for the degree Office System Technology. So it stands to reason I would have been working in an office. So they gave me that money to help me have something nice to wear. Another thing that I did get, obviously, was the Pell Grant because I was eligible financially. I also got what's called FSAG. Now, the FSAG was a Florida grant, Florida student something grant. Each state has an equivalent of that, or at least at the time they did. As things move forward, obviously, programs change. So it's not called FSAG in Florida anymore, nor in Georgia is it called. They had something called SEOG, Student Educational Opportunity Grant. Now they had that in Florida too, but in Georgia it was Pell Grant, SEOG, and then there was something else that they had. I can't remember, but these I also got. Now the way I was able to get those are on a case-by-case basis, first come, first serve. So when it was time to do my FAFSA, the very first day I always completed it, because the quicker you have it in and the more financial needs you have, the more money is made available to you as a college student. I did get student loans as well. I did use that to help supplement. I don't know what is with me in these words. Supplement my income. I use that to supplement my income and to help with any other needs that I may have, books, any other special needs that I had. So I did get that. Also, I got the Perkins loan. This was a student loan as well, but it's provided not by the federal government. Is provided actually by the school, and it's again case-by-case basis. It's something extra that you have to sign up for, and depending on your cost of attendance and what is available. If they have some, they make it available to you, and then you have to accept it. So that is something else that I got. Another thing that's available is work study. Now, I really never got work study because of the fact I was always eligible, but I really didn't have the time to do it. I went to school, I worked full time. On the weekends, sometimes I worked at a temping service when I was in Florida. Now, when I was in Georgia, I didn't work at a temping service, but I did work. So I didn't have a lot of time. I was always already away from my children, who were very young, while I was at work and while I was at school. So there really wasn't any time available for work study. But if that's something that you do have available for you, that is an additional resource for while you are in school. Also, you should definitely check FastWeb and do a Google search for grants and scholarships available for single parents. There's usually a lot of resources out there. It takes time to search for these things, I'll be honest, but nonetheless, they are available and they are helpful. So I hope this is a help for you guys. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask below. Any information that I have available, I will definitely make available to you. And also, again, thanks for visiting my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.